Welcome back to We Are live in Grand Center, St. Louis, Missouri. It's Midcoast Studio, midcoast.media for more information. Travis Durrell joining us live from New York City. He's in Queens, everybody. Show love to the high. What's happening here?
I think I'm having technical difficulties, so you're going to have to.
Oh, man. Always a good time. We were just checking the internet speeds here, and we got a 60 and then a 90. 60 on the Wi-Fi, and then 92 on the hardwire. So,
is that good?
Yeah, I think the 60's not. They would tell you they want it above 70. The 90 is good, I believe. So, what kind of internet you working with there, Travis? Dial up? Oh man.
So perfect.
It is. Do you have any? This is not putting you on the spot. Do you have any Travis drops available that we could just speak for him? I mean, I don't know how that works with all the tech stuff going, so don't bother with it if it's.
I can't tell if this is fake or not.
Oh,
This
man.
is where I understand where President Trump is coming from.
Thank you, Travis. Thank you.
that.
Appreciate that.
Of course, there's
Yep.
that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, looks like he's back.
Oh, damn it. I like Robo Trev better. Yeah, he's back. His eyes are moving. Yeah.
Is my mic on?
Unfortunately, yes, Travis.
What's he doing?
I don't know.
You
I
there?
just keep waiting for him to take his shirt off or something.
Is this serious? I can't tell.
Yeah, he's messing with it. Travis, in regards to
Maybe we should put up closed caption.
in regards to
You can't hear a damn thing.
oh man, great timing. I was gonna say we have the great American race to get to, and I've got the best topic ever with Steph Curry's wife getting in on things yesterday, and it made a whole bunch of news. So that'll be an interesting one when we get to it. Right now, I'll tell you about St. Louis Counseling Services. That's right. Their podcast, Mental Health Matters, is recorded right here at Midcoast Studios. Again, you can check out midcoast.media for all of our capabilities. But St. Louis Counseling, improving lives since 1955. Businesses, individuals in need of counseling, they're here to help. Check out stlouiscounseling.org for more information. Highly recommend them. Great, again, with working with all different levels of income, insurances, and businesses, employee assistance programs, school partnership programs. They do a whole lot for the area, and they have been for a very long time. So we're live here in St. Louis. How's our New York connection? Travis, where are we at? He's going to have to do maybe a reset on that.
Are we gonna go
Is Tommy writing something?
Yeah, well, do you want to go to
What are
writing?
you writing, Tommy? What'd you write? Put it to the camera, Tommy. I can't read that far.
All right, hold on.
Tommy's writing a note.
Mm-hmm.
And you
good. Two. Is that a question mark?
Question mark.
I am not good. I'm alive,
Yeah,
but
he
I
is
cannot
there.
hear you guys. But apparently you can see and hear me.
That's right. So I hope he says
So-
something private. What kind of Walmart dial-up BS is Travis working with? From the
fair.
black sheep. Quick reminder. So, Gardner, is there an on-the-fly
Can
solution?
I help? No, I don't. I don't know how you could. Are you technologically advanced? Oh, then sit your dumb ass down there, man. Damn, what the hell you doing?
Actually, I'm not gonna lie. I have to take a back seat on this one. If we go Travis and Tommy communicating over notebooks, I'm gonna say this will be the most viewed show we've ever had.
I like this little click.
Yeah,
that
that
he's doing.
is fun. So we'll look into that. We'll go ahead and jump into a couple other things. Do we want to have Tommy play the part of Travis for Make It Racist?
Ooh.
No.
How about the Great
No.
American Race?
I don't. We can try.
That's not something you're interested in, Gardner?
No.
Okay.
What is the Great American Race?
Oh,
Is it something I should just stay out of?
Yeah.
All right. What other games can I play?
Oh.
how do you feel about New York, Tommy?
I feel
such a great second voice. I love it. Why would we need Travis?
You know, I feel like New York gets a lot of hype, and I think that it's not scary.
Have you ever been there?
I haven't. Well, actually, I take that back. No.
Oh, he gets
I
his
was.
own camera.
I was in New York. I went through Boston and New York and New Jersey last summer. I only drove through it, though. That was it. It wasn't even the city. I didn't go through the city.
Yeah.
I visited Edgar Allan Poe's grave. That was pretty cool.
Hey, I can hear you guys.
Hey, it's Marvis Morell,
The
everybody.
Lizzie Borden's mansion.
All right, we're done with you. Okay. Travis, can you hear us okay?
Oh, no way. He said Lizzie Borden.
Oh,
went through
yeah,
it.
that is probably pretty
It was
interesting.
haunted, guys.
Ah!
I had breakfast there. It wasn't good.
Don't say
Did
that.
you stay the night there?
I did. I slept in the room where the mother died.
What?
That's not a joke.
What happened while I was gone?
What in the caucasity is this nonsense
Did you
that you're
s-
talking about?
Did you see any ghosts?
I think so. We got to talk after. By the way, I'll be taking a leave in late July. I'm visiting Eastern State Penitentiary.
Okay, go on.
Ghost tour?
Yeah.
Travis, see, okay, now see, here's where I turn into a woke person. Why are you going into the prison without being made to? Travis, this is white privilege if I've ever seen it.
But hold on. Here's the deal. You know, I am going on this ghost tour, but they also give a tour of the prison and how run down it is, and they give you a history tour as well, and it shows how bad it was back when it was actually open and how they would only keep these people in like 2-foot by 2-foot cells, and it really shows the atrocity of what prison was like back then and how we could learn from it and farther our own prison system today.
Look at that.
Wow, the intern stepping up left and right.
That did sound a little like Travis there at the end.
Yeah, where it's almost
Prison reform,
Yeah.
learning from your past.
Kim Kardashian.
I think he hates me.
What?
That's prison reform. That's exactly what Tommy just said there. Definitely.
So we'll have him. Travis, are you going to visit any historical prison sites while you're in New York?
I'm going to volunteer to go to an old prison in New York.
Yeah, try that on.
Yes, Chris,
yeah.
you
Put
know
those
me very
shackles on.
well. Yes.
I mean, if you don't want to go to an old haunted prison, I could give you other haunted locations in New York.
I like the idea where they announce as you walk into the visitors area that they go, oh, and quick reminder, this is still technically an active law enforcement station. We'll be checking for warrants on the way in. Thank you. Come on, you're here. That's right. And then they shut the door. That could be bad. We've got Travis on the line. Do we want to jump to the Great American Race?
Yeah.
How about that? Travis, are you familiar with the game that I've mopped the floor with you on consecutive months? That's the way I remember.
Actually, you won last month. I won the previous month. You won the first month. You lead the series 2-1, or by the Whites, lead the series 2-1. But I think this is going to be a strong month. I learned from my mistakes from the previous month, and I'm ready to blow that ass out the water.
Wow.
It is now time for the Great American Race. We still
caught it.
haven't open for that one, Dad.
I caught it.
Open. Okay.
I don't know.
Oh, there it is.
There you go. The Great American Race. I'm given someone to attack. Travis is given someone to attack. Travis, you're in New York. New Yorkers go first. I'd love to hear you start things off with a fresh perspective. Gardner, you have opinions on my thoughts.
Yes, and first off, this is you each get a story to make the other's race look not in the best light, I guess we'll say. That's the nice way to say it. We tally up the scores at the end of the month, and we have a winner. The scoring system is based upon the credit score. Now, we keep track of that throughout the month. Travis, I will say this. Normally, you start at a disadvantage, right?
I
Because
do.
of
He would tell
Systematic
you that.
racism. Normally, you're about 50 to 100 points down. But you've moved to New York.
Ooh,
So you've got a bump, and you're now at 850.
wow.
So you are
a big day.
starting even with Chris for this month's Great American Race. So
Now,
let's
where
see.
I'm located on the camera, I'm going to try to look up at the score because it's above my head, right?
Yeah.
Oh, look at that. Look at that. You talk about technology in 2019.
Tommy's reaction.
Oh, there it goes. Oh, okay.
Do that again,
Oh,
Tom.
wait, I look
how
over.
about that?
He's looking.
How was that?
You
Oh.
look back up. You look back up, and then I'll react to him like this.
Good
Okay,
screenshot?
good.
Okay.
Okay, yeah.
All right.
Good
Good.
job,
We
guys.
got it. All right. Hey,
About a
shut it down. That was good, guys. We're
hour
not
and a
going to
half
be better.
in, we got that.
Yep.
Good.
We
Thank
figured
you.
that out.
Travis catch.
There it goes. Perfect. The Great American Race. Travis, who are you taking down the whites with this week?
This week, I am using a story from Wyconda, aka Georgia.
Okay.
The mayor of a mostly white northern Georgia city is being criticized for comments attributed to her that community isn't ready to have an African American city administrator.
Oh.
Yes, a mayor of a town in Georgia told the constituents that they aren't ready for an African American city
Now,
administrator.
Now, white means so many things. I would like to say that. White could mean you're from parts of Iran at times. I mean, white could mean deep Spain. I don't know. There's even parts of Africa where they're white. I need to know who this young man is and what drugs he was on.
Your
because
type of white.
I'm not. Listen, pal. Okay, here's the deal. Here's the deal. Travis, I'm going to do a little digging, and I'm going to find out this guy is not actually white.
All right,
Sorry, go ahead.
I'm going to try something here too, off camera. I'm going to, as you talk, deduct or add points.
So it's real time.
you got a good start there, Travis. Mm-hmm. So I'm knocking 30 off because this is a pretty
boy.
good story.
Oh,
we'll
boy.
see where it goes. And
Headline alone, this is the best
The
Travis has
headline's
brought to the
good.
table because it shows even on the smallest levels, you think you're important enough to say things like that and not get in trouble.
So
Sorry.
30 points off the top is a pretty good start, Travis. Let's see if you're able to hold at that, though. I feel like I'm becoming the person that, I'd like to put my tip out ahead of time and then
take
take
$1
money
away.
Yeah.
Take $1 away every time you
So
don't.
now I feel like kind of a jackass
Is
by
that a
doing this.
thing?
But,
That's an
you know.
old game. Yeah, you're like, here's what I'm going to lay out $8 bills, and then every time you do something wrong, I'm going to take one away. If you do something right, maybe I'll add some.
And that's
There you
where
go.
you should probably just get your meal.
That probably
Yeah.
does come
Dumped on
from
your lap.
Texas.
Right, yeah.
So, okay, we're going to try this, though. Travis.
Oh, sure. Councilwoman Hope Weeks wrote that the mayor told her that Henry, the mayor of this town, that he was a good candidate, but was black, and we don't have a big black population. She just didn't
BBP.
think he was ready for being able to be a councilman in this town. I do not. The mayor went on to say she did not recall making the statement attributed to regarding the applicant, and denies that she made a statement that suggests prejudice. So not only is she an idiot, apparently she doesn't know how prejudice works. Just a clear assertion that this person wasn't capable of taking on the job because of the color of their skin, which is especially in politics that candidates frequently bring up identity politics. And here, a white woman telling this candidate that they would not be a good candidate because the population is vastly white. So it's again white people talking out of both sides of their neck, gaslighting minorities by saying, "Oh no, you make too
Pretty
much of an
general
issue when
statement.
it comes to race," and then you flip it by saying, "Well, you can't be a good candidate in this town because we have a vast majority of white residents."
I'm adding 10 more points to Chris's score.
Thank
'cause
you.
I don't understand what you mean when you say both sides of your neck.
I think he was being clean because we are a live podcast and we are supposed to
Thank
be
you,
sort of
Tommy.
family friendly. So I
Thank
think
you,
you can
Tommy.
take those points
Wow.
right back down.
Yeah,
Oh,
wow,
wow.
wow.
Thank you, Tommy.
Intern's got some thoughts. so,
Okay, fine,
you know.
Tommy. I
You're going to
did.
listen to the guy,
and then
the kid who shows up here? What?
Oh, he seems like
It went
he's-
further when one of the councilmen, Jim Cleveland, defended the mayor, telling where I understood where she was coming from. So it was doubled down by a white councilman in the town. So it wasn't just the mayor, it was someone else, another elected official, who said, "Oh yeah, I completely understand where she's coming from."
Is that it? Because
Is that it?
Aren't you leaving? Aren't you leaving out a nice juicy tidbit? Am I thinking of the right story here? Like, didn't that guy have more to say? The guy you're just referencing. You need to.
Yeah, I do.
Okay.
I don't
Chris
know
is
how
getting.
they would.
Chris is getting 10 more points
I love this.
because there is a part that you left out that really could help you.
I don't know how if we select administrator She might have been right. This is what one of the councilmen said.
What was the beginning of that
I don't know
quote?
what else you're talking about, Gardner.
What was
What
the
do you-
beginning of that quote again?
Okay.
You kind of cut out.
I don't know how they would take it if we selected a black administrator.
Okay.
She might have been right. This is what this white
It's not
councilman
funny,
said.
but I mean, it's funny.
Okay. All right, I'll
Travis, say it in a southern
I'll
voice.
take it back.
Read that in a southern accent.
They would have taken it if they selected a black administrator.
Oh no.
I don't know, dude. He's got a point, man. I mean, he's just talking for the good of his family, right, dude? It's terrible. Wow, Travis really cut me off at the knees there. That's a pretty solid story. One of the best you've brought to the table in regards to the spirit of the game and not taking it. I mean, this is pretty stupid, but no one's like physically hurt or anything. So I have went too far and just been like, well, R. Kelly, and you're like, well, I could bring up Ted Bundy. So Travis, I'll
It says
commend you for
also,
this.
it says I have black friends, I hire black people, but when it comes to all of this stuff you see on TV, when you see blacks and whites together, it makes my blood boil because that's just not the way a Christian is supposed to live. I'm a Christian, and my Christian beliefs are you don't do interracial marriage. That's the way I was brought up, and that's the way I believe.
He volunteered that information. That's the point I was trying to get to you, Travis. You were leaving out that quote, which would have helped you a ton, and I had to guide you there. I got to add points to Chris
Thank you.
because
Thank you.
I think that quote alone.
because you weren't prepared to get. That was what you go with. That was how you finished with a flurry.
But I think that quote alone is enough to.
It is bad,
Make
but you
Chris
should have been
lose right off the bat.
But he should have been emphasizing that quote.
See, but then
That's terrible.
Since I've been given points, and once we have points, they're rock solid and can't be removed, I'll say that actually
Points are water?
That would actually hurt Travis's statement as well because it shifts the blame from the whites to Christianity and a religion, which is another thing. So there you go.
I'm
Huh? Do your research.
I'm gonna stick to-
Deuteronomy
I'm
7.
going to stick to Travis's side here and say that the public school systems in Georgia, in this town, probably push pro-Christian beliefs, even though some people might not agree with them. So it's not a Christian thing; it's these people thing.
Travis, is your family
Okay.
Christian?
10 more points
I know,
for Chris.
I know
Good job,
great,
Tommy.
I know great Christians who do
On
not
both
have
sides?
this belief. No, who do not have this belief.
Oh, really?
The Christians on the side Travis just mentioned are not good.
Are they really Christians?
No,
I know they're not. So
no, they're not.
There
So
you go.
Yeah,
it's
so
not a
it
Christian
kind
thing.
of
They're
so
espousing
it goes
Christian
against
views.
your argument
I
that
got you,
this is a
Travis.
Christian, that is a religious argument. This is just another opportunity for people to pervert their discrimination. And whites, here's another opportunity for your community to separate folks, not only based on the color of their skin, but on their belief in their God. So to me, it just seems as if the white community wants it both ways. And so, Chris, I am sorry. I think this is a
Should
poor
lose points for
reflection of
using
your
that.
community. And because of this, I think you should lose 200 points. Because
You
the
can't
fact
just
that
throw
you
numbers out there.
I mean, I'm just-
I mean, that's
Let's hear 'em out.
now you don't respect the arbiter of the point system, and as I respect menthols, sugary food, pizza buffets, and scooters,
I think
that you should do the points as you see.
I think that Travis is just making a point that, in his opinion, if he was the arbitrator, nothing against the arbitrator that we have,
Sure,
that
seems like
he
it.
would subtract 200 points.
Travis, can you?
Yeah, I would, and Tommy is
Did you just
correct. And I
mansplain for the black
understand
guy?
where Gardner is coming from with the argument, but I think I reserve the right. Is it anything more white man than a white man telling the black guy in the middle of a segment how he should present his argument? So I think Chris should lose more points off the simple fact of Gardner's behavior as a white male.
Wow,
That's a very good
man,
point.
I have no
Okay,
idea
I
what's
would
happened. This is
knock
like a
more
game of
points off.
Twister. Oh man.
So, Travis, I'm sorry. Apparently, I won't help you out or try to help you out anymore.
I'll help you, Travis.
Thanks, Tommy. That's an ally, Chris.
I won't point out,
It's like a welfare check.
hey man,
Tommy.
the money shot, the money quote. You're leaving out of the entire effing story. I won't point that out to you ever again.
From now on, Travis, just
See, look,
text me
now
the story ahead of
Gardner's
time.
white
I'll help you
anger
out.
is coming out. That's another point deducted for Chris. Now Gardner is taking a passive-aggressive approach, which has been perfected by white males over the years, to using against an African-American who's trying to articulate
Travis,
an
be
argument.
quiet.
So I think Chris should lose another 100
Travis, be
points
quiet.
because
There
of
you go.
Gardner's current approach.
Travis, be quiet.
He's going to quote Louis Farrakhan if we let him keep
Oh,
going.
somehow Chris has now got 900 points, better than an actual.
Oh, wow. Wow. How does that
This
happen?
is another prime example. This is a prime example of the current state of our financial markets and how it drastically affects the African-American community. Simply an arbiter making up rules
Hold on,
as
hold on.
goes along. Financial crisis happened.
Okay, we'll go down to 790.
Okay, wow. There's been a lot of fluctuation, just like my weight. For the great American race, Travis, I know you saw this yesterday and you're generally anti-woman, anti-feminist thoughts. Latest episode of Jada Pinkett Smith's Red Table Talk. Are you familiar with this? Do you have that subscribed?
I am. It's
iTunes?
it was nominated for some Emmys. Yeah.
The actress and host sits down with the dynamic women of the Curry family. That's the NBA star Steph Curry's wife, businesswoman and author Aisha, got very real about what it's like to be married to one of the league's biggest stars and how she handles women lurking around her man. Things got a little different, though, Travis. She was saying that she feels she deserves some attention herself. And it sent waves through Twitter. Black Twitter, actually, was very upset with this. She said that she wants to be maybe hollered at a little more. She wants to feel like she's still got it and be, I guess, hit on is a decent word. More attention is the overall theme. And boy, did some folks go in on her. I present this to you because I know how negatively you speak about light-skinned folk, and I think that this it explodes within your own community, and you have to be upset with Aisha Curry in the middle of a playoff run, no less, bringing this up and saying with her 6 million Instagram followers that she doesn't get enough attention. Travis, this is just I wouldn't want to be in your position right now. This is bad.
This is interesting because I think this will require Chris to lose more points because it just shows the sexism that currently exists in our society, most of which are perpetuated by dangerous white men like Chris.
Wow.
Here's what Aisha Curry actually said. Here's a woman, by the way. She just had her third child. Her husband's constantly on the road. He has a job that requires him working constantly, 10 months out of the year. And she's essentially saying that I don't get the type of attention that I would perhaps want, in the sense that I question whether or not I look good and whether I should feel good. Here's what I find fascinating about Chris when he brings up some of his stories. If it doesn't appear on Joe Rogan, he has no idea what the hell he's talking about. So
That
if he
talking
actually took
point's
the time
getting
to
old,
actually
too.
watch the episode,
No, it's
he
not.
would see that there was more to just her not receiving that type of attention.
I mean, I was wondering how
I'm
somebody
not
with that many
surprised it
Instagram
wasn't
followers
on
doesn't get enough
Mark
attention.
Maron, and I'm sure Corolla didn't get a chance to talk to Miss Curry. So this is not only a weak argument, but a sexist one. But I'm not surprised, again, coming from a problematic white male.
As Travis takes off the armor that is his white knighting material, make sure that you remember he just spoke for and mansplained Ms. Curry's situation. So I'm appalled personally for you, and just another example of infighting.
I don't think he mansplained it. I think he explained it to you because she is not here to defend herself.
Listen, I had a step-up morning. You guys can take this.
Tommy may not
You
have a
guys
jump
can
shot,
take
but he
this
sure was
woke
dunking on
shit.
your ass.
You guys can take this. You can take this back to your bad connections. You can go. You can hit your talking points. You can wear your Boys in the Hood shirt. You can wear my shirt from first grade. Oh, there you go. There it is.
Wait, you were
There it
there
is.
yesterday.
Oh God. Why does that smell like the food you ate in St. Louis on Saturday? This is getting strange. No, it's just interesting that you're going to jump right over all the real issues and get down to the fact that this is somebody with millions of Instagram followers that's clamoring for more attention, and she just opened up the floodgates to problematic black men sending her dong pics in her DMs on Instagram. So I'm upset for
What's
the
wrong with
culture
that?
as a whole.
What's wrong with that? What's wrong with that? You
Fair
have no
point.
problem
No,
sending
fair
the
point.
pictures,
Good point.
but now you have a problem with her receiving them. That's interesting. You had no
Does Steph
problem
Curry do that?
sending your dong pics to every woman I know. There isn't a woman in St. Louis that hasn't seen your penis, but now
What's
you're
up, Mama
upset
Terrell?
that they're receiving it. That's unbelievable, man. You're so weird.
It's a strange feeling.
I think Chris should lose points for talking about Travis's mom.
Oh, okay.
I
Well,
agree.
I took 10.
I
I was
concur.
trying to assimilate. Yo mama jokes are a great way for my homies and I to show love for each
Now
other.
he's appropriating culture.
Nope, I'm appreciating culture. Who slid Tommy
My
the
homies?
Huffington? Who slid Tommy the Huffington Post argument Bible this morning? This is like my blood pressure's rising at these things, and I know he's even working a bit, or he's just crushing me in this, and I don't want to have anything to do with it. He was called the funniest on our show, and I'm still fighting back the vomit from that. But this has been a humbling experience this morning, especially with such a layup like Aisha Curry out there for me. I don't know, Gardner, where are you feeling?
I think I'm going to hold the score as is.
Okay. Hey,
I can't see the score. What's the score?
It's Chris has 770, but you have 800.
69 to 420.
You be quiet.
Travis, you could have really put a dent in it, but your tired old arguments involving Marin and Rogan kind of hurt you a little bit. It felt
It's the truth. I'm sorry that the truth. I keep coming back to the truth. I don't know why I'm getting punished.
Well, you need
for
to
coming
be
back to the truth. Chris didn't even make an argument. Chris literally didn't outline anything in his argument, and the only reason he did because Chris didn't even listen. So how is Chris getting credit for not doing the research?
Well, he's losing.
Yeah,
So
I
I'm saying, shouldn't he lose more for not doing the research?
Dude,
I
stop
recall
while you're
last
He
month
lost.
Yeah,
when I
welcome.
wasn't
Stop while
prepared.
you're
I recall
ahead.
last
Welcome
month
to the
when
show.
I wasn't prepared. No, I'm trying to understand this. When I wasn't prepared to present my argument a few weeks ago, I got completely decimated in the points. This time around, Chris isn't prepared, and he barely loses anything.
That's the world we live in.
Stop while you're
That's
ahead.
the
What
world
do
we
you
live
mean?
in.
He lost 80 points.
It's not
That's-
about being ahead, Tommy. I'm sorry. It's not about being ahead. It's about being fair. And in this particular case, as an arbiter, I think you aren't being
Fair?
fair. I think Stacey needs to come in and be a part of the great American
Fair?
race. We need another arbiter in order for this to be considered fair. Because you're sitting
What's
up
fair
here
in life?
awarding Chris because he wasn't prepared.
I didn't
He
reward
wasn't.
him at all.
Travis is
Can I
trying
get-
to,
That's a,
He's
trying
that's
to
a
tank it.
moronic argument. I
He's
took
trying to
points
tank it.
almost 100 points away from him.
Let me be the next arbiter. Let me be the next
He
He
arbiter.
needs
called
to
him
lose
woke.
more. He wasn't prepared, and I lost that
Cool
many
boy.
points last week or a couple weeks ago when I wasn't. So this is just interesting. I just find it fascinating today that all of a sudden Chris Gardner is now supporting a particular predominantly problematic white male.
I'm not going to take
Predominantly problematic. Damn.
I'm not going to take points away from Chris, but I'll add 10 to yours, Travis. So there's still a differential, but I'm not taking points away.
You spineless turd.
How is that?
You spineless turd.
I mean, that's fine.
good
I
argument.
understand.
Denman.
but
but
he yelled
I-
at
I
me.
made a
just
good
think-
argument.
Sad points.
I just think because Chris has nice hair,
Okay. Now we're getting
and-
to the root of it. Okay. Go ahead.
because the color is for the doubt. But I understand. I get it.
I think you should just stick to your story. You had a great story. You had one to lean on today.
I understand. Chris didn't. That's what I'm saying. Chris
And-
didn't have a good
and look
story.
at the
And when
disparity
I
in
didn't
points.
have
Do
a
we
good
want to talk
story,
about all the
I
NBA
was
players talking
punished.
about her online?
That's
Look-
racist as hell.
Look at
What?
the
No, it's
disparity in
real.
points.
Brad Stevens isn't tweeting at her. It's not gonna look good if you want me to keep chipping away at that, pal. I could have taken that part of the story and just hit it out of the park right away, but I thought it'd be a little more interesting for you to be able to yell at me. So you're welcome that I gave you the layup.
Yeah,
sir.
I mean, look at the score. You
Right,
lost
thank
just
you.
40 points. That's all.
I can't see the score.
Okay.
There are two screens on the VMix,
all right,
and
here,
one
I'll
is
tell
what
you.
you
You
guys
have
see, and then one
8-10.
is what I see. So I can't.
You have
Okay.
810.
What's the score again?
810 for you. 810. You lost just 40 points. Chris is at 770. So how is that not indicative of what occurred today? I think that's a pretty fair ruling.
Okay.
You know what? 800.
There you go.
That's
Perfect.
final.
That'll do it.
See what I mean? This is why. Is Stacy somewhere in the office? Is Stacy
Listen.
there right now?
I'll
Tommy, go
check.
find
I'll
Stacy.
go check.
Okay.
Go,
yeah,
thank
you go
you,
check
Tommy.
it
Go
out.
find Stacy.
Unbelievable.
just wanna-
I think we're nearing the point where
I don't like
it's
your New York
important to have
attitude.
maybe,
He's an elitist now.
Look, this is it. Look, I have been one with my community here in New York, and it's a very diverse community. And, when decisions are made, it isn't just one white man who looks like chubby Jesus who gets to make the decisions. There are people who, from all walks of life, who get to
Yeah.
participate
Opened
in
you
the
down
judgment.
to 790.
Wow. 790
This is
now.
getting interesting.
790 to 770.
Uh-huh.
You had this one. You had this one by a good margin, and you just keep screwing
It's not
yourself
about winning.
over.
It's about the principle. It's really about the principle.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying.
It's good to know.
760.
Now it's 7-6. You're not
and
losing.
I have won this
You're not
week.
losing.
Dude, keep it up. You're going to get kicked out of that place
Somehow-
you're staying in.
Somehow the story you had, now you're losing. Somehow you are losing, and you had a great story to present.
You just made my argument, though, that when something doesn't go a white man's way, they try to vindictively undermine your way of life. And you just did that because you didn't hear something you wanted to hear. You're deciding to punish the African American because of it.
I'm not trying to punish the African American. I'm trying to punish whoever I'm going to be vindictive against. You think my vindictiveness looks at color? That's your first mistake, my friend. My vindictiveness knows no color.
That's true.
You're a person. So I'm going to be vindictive towards you because you're a person. Because people are the worst.
So Stacy is not here, but
Good
I
check.
did talk to her, and she said that Travis should get 200 points for Chris suggesting he go visit prisons
Thank
in
you.
New York.
Oh, that's a fair one. No, that is.
Wow. Can we? All right, we'll do Great American Race next week. Don't worry, guys.
770 to 760. Travis is
all
winning
right.
now all of a sudden.
What an affirmative score at the end of that game.
Okay.
Yeah, there you go.
All right, Travis, I'll give you 10 more for
Shut
that
it down!
one.
Come on! Cut it off! You know
All right,
what?
somehow you're winning now.
Yeah.
What is this stupid game?
You know what Travis can do with this great credit score of his, guys? He can go to Pet One St. Louis West. That's right. They deliver all over the St. Louis area. Guys, they've got high-quality ingredients for your pets. You familiar with them, Gardner?
Yeah.
Fresh, local, delivered. That's right. Lynette, she was in here the other day with Carly. God, I love Carly and Barb when they co-host. It's such a great show. Everything runs so smoothly. Pet One St. Louis West is getting Travis, get around it. There you go. Perfect. If you guys are watching, if you're listening at home, they're nibbling at the Pet Once logo. Pet One St. Louis West, they've got great recipes, chicken meal and brown rice recipe, salmon meal and brown rice, lamb meal and brown rice. Oh my goodness, the capabilities, whitefish meal, duck meal, all kinds of great food for your pets. We love our pets here. You need to use Pet Once St. Louis West for your loved ones, your pets, everybody. That's PetOnceStLouisWest.com. Big shout out to Nick and Lynette for working with us here at We Are Live. We've got a little bit before fair or foul. Get those in. The topic today, you ready for this, Tommy? Oh, it's exciting. Oh.
I'm so excited.
Maybe we'll bail on that one. Email us, wall@weareliveradio.com. Steve Harvey saying less sleep equals more wealth. And you can win $10 to Buzz's Hawaiian Grill. We've also got a melee up as well. Gardner, do we want to jump into Make It Racist? Do we have enough time, or do we want to do that tomorrow?
Yeah, we can do that.
Do
Real-
that.
real
Tommy, you
quick,
got
though,
something for him, too?
Here's the photo we were talking about earlier.
Oh, that's good. That is good.
Steve Harvey at the Kentucky Derby.
I like that he went with the green tie, the white jacket, the light plum shirt. There's a pocket square in there. We got a hat that's just winning, some big sunglasses. This is, as the kids say, living his best life. Did I knock that out of the park, everybody?
He looks like he should fly in a helicopter, but like
good.
a self-piloted helicopter.
Old-timey one.
Like a little cartoon helicopter.
Trav?
It looks like a black church aunt who shows up to Christmas with lavish gifts for his nieces and nephews.
Yeah, I would hang out with that aunt, but then judges you about the shoes you're wearing or something. Like, is there any judgment involved?
Yeah. The very bougie aunt that comes around Thanksgiving who only stays for 15 minutes and takes a to-go box. So,
Just
yeah,
rude.
that's what he looked like last year. But I will say that, Steve Harvey is an idiot.
Oh, okay. Well, there you go.
I just want to make that very clear.
In Make It Racist, Travis argues that he uncovers the story that's been there the whole time. We think we could throw topics at him that certainly couldn't ever in the history of recorded time be made racist. Let's do some Make It Racist, Gardner. What do you say?
Travis?
It's time to make it racist.
I'm addressing the white elephant in the room. I'm breaking down the barriers of race by assimilation.
I wouldn't mind to have black neighbors.
That is racist as hell.
It's raining little white women. My prayers have been answered.
Black women have the nicest asses.
If that ain't the whitest thing a white man has ever whited in his life.
You do not have to say African American, just say black.
Oh, well, in that case, you know what word I miss? Colored.
That's racist!
Don't let the liberal media tell you how to think and feel. If you have hate in your heart, let it out.
I'm racist as hell.
Deserved.
You guys, if you're watching live at home, you can throw some topics into the comments for Make It Racist. Again, it's a simple game. We throw topics. Travis works his brother jitsu on it and makes it racist.
I have a real good one.
Okay, Tommy, leading off. What do you got?
Boys in the Hood.
As you can see, it's spelled with a Z. Boys. Leading to the degradation of public education in this country that a lot of African Americans depend upon in order to teach their kids about history, science, math, and life. Why would you purposely misspell something just to make African Americans in a disadvantaged situation? Therefore, Boys in the Hood, racist as hell.
That is racist as hell.
That was that had to be upsetting to a lot of folks at home. Gardner, you got one for him?
Yeah. Asteroids.
Asteroids. Let me tell you.
I'm thinking.
Let me tell you about asteroids. It is big. They
Asteroidal.
are explosive. And what happens is when asteroids destroy parts of the globe, what communities do they hit first? Urban communities.
I
We
don't
see
think
them hit
that's
New York.
provable.
We see them
True.
hit,
Oh,
we
no.
hit LA.
No.
They hit Paris. And everyone knows that Paris is very black. So asteroids physically go out of their way to destroy urban cities where a lot of black and brown people live. Asteroids. You could have landed in the water, but no. You wanted to land in the hood. You're racist as hell.
That is racist as hell.
Damn.
I like how Travis's data this go round is based on every, disaster movie he's seen.
Morgan Freeman was the president in one.
Yeah.
Thank you, Chris.
I don't think that you can make the city of New York racist. There's just no way. There's no way. You're enjoying yourself. You're having a great time. You're ecstatic because you've not seen a white since you've been there. What do you got?
Chris, 4 letters. NYPD.
No.
That is racist
I
as hell.
reckon
Damn. You put a button
It's
on
like
that
you.
for him?
It's like you haven't heard of stop and frisk.
Oh, okay. It sounds like an effective way to keep the street safe.
Oh boy.
I kind of want you to get stop and frisked by I'm trying to think the best person, the best person to do it. If it's an African American woman, I want to see you because you're gonna be respectful, but you're gonna be like,
Yes, ma'am.
What's
Yes,
But you're gonna want to yell about it, and I want you to. I want to see it. I want to see it happen. Ma'am.
Now you know how this goes.
Ma'am.
Completely different. If I get stopped and frisked by a black woman, I'm like, damn girl, a little bit to the left.
So you would sexually assault her. Great. Good to know.
No, she's the one grabbing me. I would just appreciate it.
How nice of her. How giving. The NYPD. Tommy, what's your next one?
Spider-Man.
I see they're making a brand new Spider-Man movie with a British white after the most successful Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse was with an African-American Hispanic man.
It was a
So
cartoon.
yes, Spider-Man, racist as hell.
That is racist as hell.
Just jumped right to it, huh? You won't be able to do this. Coffee shops. They serve black coffee.
And you know what? The least ordered drink, black coffee. Coffee shops. You racist as hell.
You could
That
have
is
just,
racist as hell.
you could have just said Starbucks.
Or I could have said John Coffey, who was in Green Mile and was played by Michael Clark Duncan, who was killed because of racism.
Wow.
So yes, coffee shops, racist as hell.
That is racist as hell.
He's getting good now that he's in New York. I think that's what's going on. Travis, Airbnbs.
Yeah.
Make it racist.
is racist as hell.
That is racist as hell.
Oh, so
I don't know if my room is bugged.
Are there
That's
people
fair.
home? You don't know?
Fair question. Gardner, you got another
I
one?
don't think so.
Accents.
Ooh, this is tough. Oh man. Oh, actually, it reminds me. Here's the thing: people don't know this. Tyrone accent
Yep.
Oh,
was
there it is.
actually
Tyrone
born
accent.
in Brooklyn, New York, and he was the very first to speak. And when he spoke, people was like, "Oh man, that's a different way to talk. That's kind of like an accent." Then they hung him, and then they took accent, and that's how it became racist as hell.
That is racist as hell.
No.
Yes, it is.
What's your offering to volley back, Gardner? It was Bill accent, wasn't it? And he was originally from Ireland.
My Patrick O accent
Yes, he was the father. You always forget about
Are
the
you
prejudice against the
appropriating?
Irish.
from
I
Patty
did
O accent.
Mm-hmm.
I did forget about patio accent.
Yeah,
Patio
that's
that's what the kids used to call it.
Does that mean Travis
My fault.
Terrell is racist as hell?
That is racist as hell.
Thank
Tommy's
you,
figuring it out.
Tommy.
He's working it out.
Thank you, Tommy. Yeah, nice try there.
Makes sense.
Patio accent. The Irish one. Sounds like I'm saying patio.
Yeah.
I didn't realize that till just now.
Patio accent.
Yeah. The key with the Irish one is the TH.
He froze.
That's a good phrase right there.
Modern
The
technology.
TH is just a T. That's the key with the it's talk.
Look at how open his mouth is.
Mhm.
Oh no. Oh no. Ah.
Travis
right.
Terrell live in New York. Good job, Travis. You did it. Everything's racist.
Thank you, Chris. Thanks for acknowledging that. Clip that off, Gardner.
All right, just play that every time Travis goes off on some kind of rant.
Congratulations.
We got a minute or two before we get to fair or foul. If you want to get a submission in, you can win $10 to Buzz's Hawaiian Grill. Man, some poke sounds good right now. Can I tell you about getaway golf carts real quick before we jump into fair or foul, Travis? May I? Do you wish you had a customized golf cart in New York, Travis?
I really wish. Yes, absolutely.
You certainly do. Well, if you were here, you could go to Getaway Carts. That's hashtag customize without limits. Check out getawaycarts.com for all their capabilities. Carts for sale right now. They can do parts, service, everything you need, bodies, trim, wraps, brakes, control cables, everything. That's Getaway Carts, hashtag customize without limits, hashtag carte blanche as well. They support the movement that Gardner's been pushing onto us for years. That's getawaycarts.com, located right here in St. Louis City. Individuals or businesses seeking out fleets of golf carts, be sure to drop them a line. Let Joe know that We Are Live sent you, everybody. That's getawaycarts.com for all your golf cart needs. Trav, what's the rest of the day on tap before we get into fair or foul? I need to know if you have anything interesting coming up. Are there any assignments that you're working on? What is day 4 like for you in New York?
Today is writing day. I have to submit 3 potential pilot proposals next week for my session, and so I need to get started on that. So I'll be spending most of my day on the computers, getting my write and research on.
Can I ask if they put you in groups or if you work by yourself?
You're solo right now. Now you're more than welcome to reach out to the other fellows in the program if you guys want to work together.
If you're a punk.
And I'm glad you brought that up, Tommy. The idea is to work collaboratively. It's not just enough to come up with your own premises on your own. If you've ever been in a writer's room, you're going to have to work with people. You're likely, if you do get hired for an assignment, you're going to have to follow the instructions of a showrunner. So you're going to have to people. So what you do is just work on the basics, and that's developing the premise. And then you're going to come together next week to go over that premise as a class.
Oh, cool. Okay.
Are you afraid of anyone, if you ask for help, them sabotaging you?
Mm-hmm. Setting you up.
Like a Survivor type deal here?
Mm-hmm.
No, that's actually an interesting
counterproductive.
point, because it was raised by one of my friends just a couple of days ago, and how competitive the fellowship is. You have to understand that that these are people that could eventually be your boss one day. These are people who could be on projects that you want to be involved with one day. So as much as competitive as it is, at the same time, these are also people who can help you along the way as you move throughout this industry. So you don't want to be known as the guy that will climb over everyone just to get to the top, or just to get your story in front of a showrunner or a network. You want to be able to show that you can still be competitive, but at the same time work closely with your peers and get along with them. So no, that wasn't my mindset going into it. I certainly understand how people would see it that way, considering how competitive the industry is. But I think my goal coming into this fellowship was for me to just get better at the craft. Everything else will take care of itself.
Yeah, we'll see.
Mm-hmm.
No, I think he's right.
No, okay.
There's a meltdown
doing
around
well.
the corner. There's got to be something going.
It's
Travis,
stressful. Give him a break.
from all your experience in writing rooms.
Yeah, actually.
Okay.
I've been in two.
In New York? Okay.
Not in New York, but I've been in
Okay.
two, and
two.
I know it's hard in St. Louis, so I can only imagine what it's like in New York.
Man, this is getting really strange.
Thank you,
and I have
Tommy.
to
Look
find
at Tommy. Tommy, I like
I have to
that,
find
Tommy.
his
I like
notebook.
this, Tommy.
There is a thing
I
that says
like this,
objectives
Tommy.
for today.
Bring
Travis,
down
this,
let,
Tommy.
let
Call his
Travis
ass
take
out.
me into his house. That's
I'm
great.
beginning to
Call
think
his ass out,
It's
Tommy.
funny because it's like the bear's not hungry yet, so it
watch
hasn't it hasn't shifted to teardown day just yet. It might happen in front of Sinbad tomorrow. Maybe that's the
Oh,
perfect
shit.
time where he goes in for a photo and we do something interesting to
I'm
him
wondering,
then, but
Tommy's
it
taking
could get awkward.
Travis's side an awful lot here. I'm wondering if
Yes, they
we
have.
were being, if they're being completely truthful about Travis not texting
yes,
or
yes.
returning
I like
messages.
this. I like
maybe
this.
Maybe you should give us your phone, or do you have Confide on there, Governor Greg?
wanna look at it?
Uh,
You want to look at it? You want to
Oh,
look
man.
at how often
Listen,
he doesn't respond
he's
to me?
twice your age.
Get his ass, Tommy.
He knows
Yeah.
that you could. Oh boy, this
Chris,
they're not even
Chris,
trying to
have you
hide
ever-
it.
Chris, when was the last time you were dunked on by a white boy?
By a
you've
white boy.
dunked
Oh,
on
sorry, you're
several
cutting
times.
out.
No
You're cutting
response.
out. Yeah, no response.
He didn't even respond to me.
Oh man.
Look,
Mm.
I can show he doesn't follow me on Twitter, which also hurt my feelings.
yeah, but that's the way I would go
Yeah.
about doing it, so that to set the plan out there, so that no one would catch on. There's
Yeah.
I
another.
think
There's
you're
got to be
creating-
another
Yeah.
way.
I think you're creating a conspiracy where there isn't one.
Oh, me?
Well, he's always-
Me doing that?
Yes.
That's a shocker.
Mhm.
I don't call them conspiracies. I call them theories. They're not conspiracy theories. They're theories.
No, they're just conspiracy at
Nope.
this point.
Nope.
You are conspiring against me and Travis.
This is how it all starts. You probably did this in the basement of a pizza restaurant. I'm pretty sure.
Nope.
This is how you came up with this
Washington,
entire
D.C.,
plan. Yep.
yeah.
This is how it probably happened.
I heard about this on InfoWars.
Yeah.
No.
I follow
Yeah.
someone on InfoWars.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah, he retweeted you.
yeah. So this is how you do it.
I don't think we need to research it anymore.
Nope,
I think
that's
we
good.
figured it all
All
out.
right.
Guys, as the professional screenwriter of the company, and certainly the most experienced person to be involved in the actual entertainment industry, we should
Yes.
stop fighting and learn to collab together as artists.
Thank
Okay,
you, Travis. I
so
think
let's
you are
let's
correct.
put down our differences. Chris, where are we on our 5 minutes?
If you ever say collab again in front of me,
This is getting out of hand.
bro.
yeah.
All right, let's do fair or foul. If I hear Tommy's voice more than another 5 seconds,
Well, you don't like my voice?
that's great.
I'll do more.
You want to do
This is
the?
a defining moment. Change has come to America.
People often ask me, what's fair or foul? Is it a
I like
segment?
it, Tommy. I
Is
like
it a
it.
movement?
Well, it's
I like
Is it
the
hope?
fire.
I can't say for
Thank
certain.
you.
Time will be a true test of its
Look at
power.
Chris's face.
But
Look
I
how
can
red he
say,
is.
fair or
He is
foul
not
is
happy
now
about
and
it. Look
forever
at him.
for the people.
You
Somebody
like
get
the
a
blood
close-up
pressure
video
here, and I
With your
picked it
loved
up.
ones and hold on to your
Can we get a
butts.
camera one
It's now
shot of
time
Chris?
for fair
Look at that face. Look how angry he is. Hey, Chris.
or
Give me a kiss.
foul.
Check that head movement, man.
Travis, act like you're going to punch him, and then his face will go the other way.
Oh, psh.
Wrong way.
Go to-
I thought you wanted me to go the wrong way. Oh.
What's that sound effect you're making?
Guys, we asked you about Steve Harvey's opinion on sleep. Travis got real passionate about it. It was pretty fun. It's pretty fun.
He is allowed to be passionate.
This is, again, the swing back
Got
is
you.
going to suck so bad.
Yeah.
Quick shout out to Southtown Pub. We've got comedy there tonight. Very funny comics on the bill. Check it out, 8 o'clock. Be sure to stick around for karaoke after. And then Tommy Bannister of Circa Properties. Big thanks to him for being a part of the show. Here we go from the Black Sheep Fair. Not sure if that's true or not. in regards to Steve Harvey's sleep timing assertion. But I do know 6 hours of sleep got Steve Harvey millions of dollars, while 14 hours of sleep got Travis a DSL connection and 8 a.m. wine breath.
That's good.
Wow, Black Sheep. Man, that was funny. Keeping it going. Foul! Einstein slept for 10 hours a day and took naps. Hey, man. Whoa, sorry. Hey, man. Do we have that? Ready?
Hey, man.
I wouldn't take advice from Steve Harvey. I heard tell he puts a whole bottle of ketchup on his hot dog and sugar in his chili.
Ooh.
That's all I need to know. Wait a second. Travis, it was you all along.
There's nothing
Do you
wrong
think we
with
could
sugar
have a...
and chili.
Oh, here we go. There it is.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think
Thank you, Tommy.
This is like a Looper situation? Travis is is Steve Harvey.
Don't reference Looper like it was a good movie.
It's
Stop.
a great movie. You didn't
I
like
am
that
going
movie?
to disagree with you
Oh
now.
man, Travis, don't just if Marlon Wayans was heading that up, you'd say it was a 99% on that. Don't be mad at it.
Why Marlon
Looper was a
Wayans?
good. It was a
How
good
could
movie.
you not love Joseph Gordon-Levitt? I will disagree with
I
you
didn't
on
say I
this.
didn't love him. I didn't like the movie.
All right.
No, if you don't
That
like
movie
the movie,
made
you
sense
hate
to
him.
you?
Get to the next fair.
That was a
foul.
great. What is it? Who? Okay, this is getting physical violence will be enacted. I can't even like you again. The CTE thing we joke about it. I react poorly.
Tommy, punch him in the arm. Punch him in the arm. He's not gonna hit you.
He pulled his
Yeah!
punch. He even pulled his punch. He didn't even give it a good one.
You
but-
wanna-
No, sir.
Off
no,
the
sir.
air.
No, yeah. Well,
I
listen,
thought he was going to
this-
punch like this.
Yeah, that would have been good. Double shot. He's like, I'll get you. Double shot. Double spot. Man.
You should be in a haunted house. You should be a character in a haunted house.
It's funny you
and
say
jump
that.
out.
I do that in October.
No one's
Really?
surprised
Yeah.
with that.
Look
the
at that.
the problem is whenever you think it's funny when the dog like grabs the little kid's jacket, you're like, oh my gosh, oh no, whoa. Why? Why do you have that? Why? Oh, is Travis holding up a photo of Linda Blair and The Exorcist. Why? Reagan something. What's going on? Wait,
History
Reagan was the
Museum
character's
of
name.
Moving Images.
Right? Reagan's the character's name?
Yeah.
Linda Blair's the actress.
I think I'm thinking,
Thanks, dummy.
I'm thinking
Come
about
on.
making this
let's,
my
let's keep up.
my Tinder
Wait.
profile.
Why?
I bought
Seriously,
Linda
why is
Blair's.
he doing that?
I bought her autograph this weekend.
Why, Travis?
We
Why
should
is
go
that?
by the house sometime. I went there on Halloween.
Is it in St. Louis?
Yeah, the
Oh,
Exorcist.
yeah,
you didn't
man,
know
we should
that?
do
It's in
that.
Belle Noire.
I didn't know
Are
it
you
was
messing
still
with him?
up. No,
Yeah.
I didn't know it was still up.
On my Twitter profile, we could look it up. My girlfriend and I went by there on Halloween night.
Yeah,
Drove by.
I wanna drive by.
Yeah.
I'll do that today.
It's over by Umsel.
I'll do that today.
There you go.
Fair or foul? Travis, who you voting for?
I'm voting for Black Sheep.
Tommy.
Black Sheep.
Gardner.
Sheep.
It's a sweep. The Black Sheep wins $10 to Buzz's Hawaiian Grill. Huge thanks to everybody for your submissions. Thanks for watching the show today. Tomorrow, Sinbad's here, Travis. It's pretty exciting, right?
Can you give them my number?
No, I can't.
Why don't you guys have coffee?
Yeah, we have
Did you guys
coffee.
hear that he
yeah.
farted?
Did you fart? Was that what that was?
What?
He did. He did. I did hear that, and I thought it was just like a chair moving or a duck being stepped on. Like what? What was that? We had a live fart
What?
on air. The man. Oh my
What?
God. That was good for the
What's
audio,
that?
folks, too. You picked. That was very,
What?
very easy to pick up.
I was told that we were having audio issues, so apparently this
Let
microphone
them
is pretty
fly
strong.
like that. Wow. Ugh, I can taste it. Oh. Oh.
Tommy's too observant. Let's not have
Everyone
Tommy on the
heard
show
it.
anymore.
Of course I heard it. I just thought, I was like, surely he's not a brute of that nature.
Yeah. You think Chris didn't hear it?
Yeah.
Come on
Come
now.
on. It just didn't register as a fart because I thought more of you as a human. Like, oh.
No one would do that.
Yeah.
Why would you do that?
Oh, he has more respect
We
for
have
the
to
game.
rewind. You have to rewind. We got to go back and watch Tommy's initial reaction. Tommy is so. He's like, wait, what?
That's the worst thing I've ever been a
Oh,
part
I'm
of.
crying.
Wow.
Oh. Oh, I can't wait. Yeah, we got we got to do forensics on that video tomorrow and Tommy's jump shot video.
I ain't touching that one.
Oh God.
We got to break that video down.
Man.
Tommy's reaction is gold. Oh my
awful.
God.
Be sure to join us. Black Sheep's crying at his desk. We have maybe the best moment in the show ever.
Like a party favor.
The blatant disrespect is the best part.
We're doing a show.
The absolute, and that's not a thing. Like, I could fart here; it would be the same thing. You're in your work office right now. Like, this isn't New York specific, pal. No.
The best part is if you go back and look, he leaned forward just a little bit.
He did you weren't even conspicuous about why do you do this?
Because you're not in the studio.
Yeah, you literally have the best technology. In the world around you. Now Tommy's dead. You're gonna kill the kid. Man, oh my gosh.
I don't know how the streets.
Tommy was so upset. Tommy was so upset by that. Like, he was like, "Wait, did you just?"
But he very casually mentioned it. Did you all hear the part?
Because the problem is, I think Tommy had an ounce of Chris isn't going to say anything? What is this?
No, I knew you weren't going to say anything.
Okay, so, man, were you on the fence about what it was, or did you know 1,000,000%?
Oh, I knew 100% what it was.
Man.
Travis gets asked, and here's his reaction.
Just kind of accepted it. Again, the disrespect is the part that that hooks on. Wow.
How's it disrespectful?
You know what?
Oh, we got to end on that note.
You know what? You said him.
Oh, man.
10 points, gone.
Oh, the score has been lowered again. I think that's fair. Come see us tonight at Southtown Pub. Kate Barton, the great Brian McDowell, Nathan Orton, and who else do we have tonight? We have one other.
Sean, I don't remember the last name. The one from
Jason Brennan.
That's
He's from Ireland.
He's from Ireland.
Yeah, he is. That'll be a fun time tonight. 8 o'clock show. Get there. I think Tommy's going to be running around. You can see how smart and talented he is up in close proximity. Maybe you'll fart around him, and he'll pick it up and be like, "Yep, I heard it. Gotcha." Ooh, if that became your thing, people farted when they saw you.
Fart guy.
Fart whisperer. Come to Southtown tonight. Come hang out with us. It's going to be a good time. Enjoy Tommy's mic time today, because there will be no Sinbad mic time tomorrow. I believe Meredith Hopping's coming in the 9 o'clock hour tomorrow to promote Futures Female, an all-female comedy show at the Heavy Anchor. So we'll have some fun and do a little target practice, Travis, of New York. You excited for that?
No.
Hey. That'll do it for us here at the
Travis
Midcoast Studio. Check out midcoast.media. And I don't know why that's happening. Thanks to everybody for tuning in today. We'll be back at 8 a.m. live tomorrow. See you then.